Zaqueri, we're going to call this one, When I Grew Up, We Were Taught There's a Right and Wrong Way. When I grew up, we were taught that there's a right and a wrong way. But that's a lesson that's no longer being taught today. Instead, we're being taught that what's right for me may not be right for you. And that the important thing to learn was that to your own self, you need to be true. Well, I thought I was being true to my own self when I set my own standard of right and wrong. But it took me to a lot of places where I can see now I clearly didn't belong. I was the captain of my own ship and I plotted my own course for many, many years. But it led me to a lot of failure, disappointment, heartbreak, and tears. Pouring myself into people, places, things, movements, and trends that always left me with unfulfilled ends. I also poured myself into relationships. Some of them twisted, some of them normal. Some of them I outwardly embraced, and others in ways less formal. But all of them took more out of me than what they put in. And I think that's one of the chief characteristics that seem to accompany sin. It always promises an increase, but when you get to the bottom line, there's always a decrease. I mean, I've had my share of successes every step along the way, but the bottom line price is just too much to pay. And God tells us in his word that there's a way that seems right that will always turn out wrong and will take you to places and circumstances where you clearly don't belong. And while I was yet dead in my sins, God raised me to new life in Christ. And one of the best parts about that arrangement is that Jesus already paid the price. Father, I'm a witness today that there is definitely a wrong and right way. I'm also a witness that your word is true, and I want to thank you again for giving me life anew. BlindTony1016 @gmail.com.